come out in my thick coat, it's called. It's like a walking duvet, it's brilliant. Hello, Jackson. As soon as I put my coat on, dog's going nuts. She's nicked his toy. Non-stop. Gavin, how you doing? Good to see you. How are you? Shandy. See, Shandy, I'm being brave. I don't really like it too close up, but I'm being braver. Oh, I rang. Adrian, how you doing? Oh, heck, hands in the way. Kirsty, you alright? I rang ENT this morning, who said there wasn't an appointment on the system, so she transferred me over to X-ray and scan people, and they've got us in 10 days time. So lovely lady on the phone just booked us in there and then. So scan coming up finally. See what is going on. What have you got, Kirsty? Willow's got a little ballerina that she's not destroyed yet. I'm quite amazed by, although it won't be far away, look. Teasing Jack with it. And Cheat Cheat gave me a heart attack this morning. How's things, Adrian, anyway? Sat out on the step with my coffee, and I just look up and here's Cheap Cheap barreling down the steps doing his little T-Rex run. So, Scott, how you doing? Good to see you. Mary, nice to see you too. How you doing? So, I just looked up and there's Cheap Cheap running towards us with his wings puffed out, his head down low, and it made me scream. I didn't expect it at all. Yeah, I don't know how long it'll take them to, what even is that? Look at the scans, but at least they'll be done. Up, they're starting with that little doll. And then I had Cheap Cheap sat on my knee. Oh, what time is it for you, Mary? John, how you doing? Yeah, good news. Oh, Willow. She's trying to barge past my... she's moved. Barge past my legs with a big toy in her mouth. A kid's toy. Oh my God, hang on. Here you go. These two normally chill, and if they play with her. But they've ripped her head off. Mary, yes, I have. Was it Miss Red? No, C&C Farms. She made one, and it looked amazing. Croissants and ham and things. And egg looked lovely. Bettina, long time no see. How you doing? Oh yeah, look at her. She was trying to squeeze behind my legs with that in her mouth, and she wasn't having it, that there wasn't enough room. Oh, love them, Kirsty. The spicier the better. Oh, she's legless. Yes, Mary, C&C Farms. I don't know if I shared it on my community page. She's made one. If you have a look on her channel, C&C Farms. Looks amazing. Oh, sorry, that was my jaw clicking. Jason and Gina, good to see you. If I Mandy, sorry Mandy, I didn't see that. If I missed you, shout at me. How you doing, Mandy? They're full of fun and destruction. So interesting, very interesting. I've actually got a date for the scan this morning. I gave them a call this morning and they booked me straight in on the phone. So yeah, 10 days time, I've got a scan at least. Daisy! The crazy lady that pretends she's a plane in a garden. Daisy, I was giggling at that last night. So funny. I have an awful habit of visualising stuff. Really bad habit of visualising stuff. And I just saw you doing zoomies around your garden. Mary, she crumbled up. Hang on, I'm getting myself comfy on the wall. Croissants, ripped them up and put them in the bottom of a pan. She put some bacon in. She put some, I want to say cheese in. I can't remember. Some green onion. And she topped it all with beaten egg. Absolutely amazing. If anyone's got CNC, can you stick a link in for Mary? Or even better, if you can find the breakfast casserole on the channel. Roy, how you doing? Eric, lovely to see you, Eric. How's you? Hope you're good. There, you got a wrench, Eric. Look at them. She's about to lose another leg. You see, I cursed that poor doll. May May, how you doing? Thanks for coming in. I'll just give you a wrench, May May. There you go. We don't post links, May May, but because you've got a wrench, just go and tap on everyone's name and go and visit their channel. Do it that way. I'm not a sub for sub channel, but if you want to go to other people's channels, it's fine. 150? No way. Get to know, how you doing? I'm not bad. Get to know. It's been a slow morning. It's school holidays, so I'm being lazy. How's you? Daisy. Often my imagination gets me into a bit of trouble, but yeah. I have visions of you doing zoomies. But yeah, Willow, when I finished the live yesterday, older daughter came home and Willow appeared with a suspiciously brown nose. Well, I knew she'd been digging at that point, so I went for a look and I just saw her tail hanging out of a hedge type thing, this cotton Easter stuff. I think it's called cotton Easter. And she's dug about a third of her way down to Daisy. Angie, good morning. How you doing, Angie? If you don't know Angie, go see her. She's one of the beautiful souls on here. I adore her. Look at that poor doll. If you don't know, get to know, go over, check him out. Another brilliant, brilliant channel. Lovely guy. Look at the state. Look at that. I love Angie's perspective on things. It's a very grounding perspective Angie has. And I love her for it. Angie, I keep getting notifications you're live after the live. I need to be more on the ball. Get to know, I didn't. I'll watch back after. It's school holidays here, so where are you, UK or US? Kind of get limited. Those two never play tug ever. That is the Willow effect. She's sending them both mad. Sam nearly broke my daughter's leg, my oldest daughter's leg. No, all meant Angie. She was playing tug with him with one of his frisbees, like a giant polo, and she had a foot through it, and he was pulling a leg as she was sat on the sofa, but the dog went sideways around the side of the sofa, and so did a leg. And he is strong as a bull. He uses his weight, and he's just so strong. So she hasn't stuck her foot through a frisbee to play with him ever again. Vancouver, how are you doing? That's Willow. She'll just take them off them. Oh, massively, massively. You're right, Lloydie. She went nuts digging yesterday. Yes, Daisy. I rang up ENT this morning, who said they couldn't see anything on the system, which made my heart sink. Whoa, get out of it. Hang on. Carrion crows are stalking the... Get out! Out, 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 out. Get out of it. Away. Carrion crows are stalking my pigeons and trying to get my pigeons that have a nest in that corner. They're still trying to attack the oh, God. Hang on a minute. It's going to get loudish. Let's chase these crows off. They're after the nest. 2 secs. Get out. Go on. There you go. That's the carrion gone. Can't believe that. They were actually dive bombing the pigeons. And those pigeons have got a nest just there. So, yes, so ENT put me through to the X-ray department, who were absolutely lovely, and they put me an appointment on there and then on the phone. So 10 days time. You see, because I feed these birds, I know it's nature, but I feel a duty of care. Because I feed them and I support them. But yeah, I'm going to have to watch out for that. Carrions are trying to hit the pigeons. Yes, it's looking that way. Gulf Coast Granny, how you doing? Sorry about that. I'm back. Okay, cool, get to know. Ralph, good morning. Everyone's got a wrench so they can just go and check everybody out. Kind of clogs chat up when there's loads of links, isn't it? So. Ooh, what is that? Hang on, I've got an issue going on here. Has that stopped? Did you hear that music then? That was odd. I tried to delete that link. May, no links in chat, please. Yeah, Lloydies. I had them a couple of years ago, up this end as well. A pigeon was flying off and it just turned into an explosion of feathers. And it was the carrion crows dive bombing it. Yeah, it looks like there's storm coming. Look at that. It's moving quite quickly though. Wanda, good morning. How you doing? Steph. Right, if I miss anyone, shout at me. Oh, was it Gavin? Sorry, yeah. If that Jacob, how you doing? Is that Jacobin? Sorry, I'm catching up on chat. May, please stop putting links in the chat. People will come to your channel, but they just press on your name. The links just chuck chat up and it kind of disjoints convos. So everyone's got a wrench, you can just do it anyway. Mary, thank you so much for being here. Lovely to see you. I'm just watching for those carrion crows coming back. That nest is just there. And it's the parents they're trying to hammer. So I presume they're going to go and knock the chicks as well, because there's new hatched chicks in there. I know it's nature, but... Tasha, good to see you, Tasha. Go down the side. Go down the side of where? What side? Behind that big hedge? Or along the top? That's the top. There's a path down the back of that hedge. Joe, how are you doing? Gavin, good morning. Slide. Oh, slide. No, I'll get my fat backside stuck in it. There's two there. There's a smaller kids one and an older kids one. How's things, Tasha? Oh my God, look at that ballerina now. Shocking. Joe, did you say it's your birthday next month? Or next week? Right, hang on. Ooh, yummy Mary, that sounds heavenly. Mike, how are you doing? Right, hang on, hold you far, far away. Hello. I'm getting braver with this being on camera thing, although sun's in my eyes. Indiana Jones in the house. All right, Kirsty, Tasha. I've been next month for some Sunday. Cool. I love waffles. Oh God, no! Look, no, swirling up in the lump, and it's all that. They've got an MRI sorted out. I was meant to have an urgent MRI, and this is like 3 weeks on. Hang on a sec. There we go, sorted. So yeah, I've got a scan sorted. I was watching the Storm Chasers yesterday, following that, and I think there was one came from that big long storm. I think. Wanda, thank you. Thanks for doing that. Hang on. 2-6. There you go. She's back. Wanda, thank you for having a word, because I am totally ignorant and I can't speak Tagalog. Okay, it's that ballerina. She's just a piece of material now. Yes, this morning, mind my own business on the step, having me cup, reading the Daily Mail. Dirty Magyakis, how you doing, Jake? Nice one, May May. Hang on, I'll give you a wrench back. You can check everybody else's channel out. Just tap on the name and go. Everyone will check you out. Okay, thank you, Wanda, by the way. So, yes, winding my own business, having a cuppa on the step, and I just look up and it's cheap charging at me, and I screamed. Oh, Steph, I've got this. Ooh, hello. Hang on, you're back in. I've got what they told. Is that coming out again? They told me 6 years ago it was an abscess. It started under there. It's still there now. It's rock hard. And they couldn't remove it because it was wrapped around my facial nerve. Kaz, you're back. You all right? And that was it. And it's come back. It's a lot worse. And I've now got a lump in here as well as. And that salivary gland doesn't work at all. Bell Admin, how are you doing? Good to see you. Hang on, give you a wrench. Jamie, what happened there? Hang on, Jamie. 2 secs. Sorry, Jamie, I don't know what happened there. PA, how you doing? I hit the wrong button, but you're back, Jamie, as you were, if you catch the drift. There, sorted. No problem, Bella. I mean, how's you? If you see the photo, you can see it all. It's huge, but camera's been kind of nice today. How are you doing, Kaz? It's good to have you back. Oh, back up there. Kaz, I'm trying to get braver at being on camera. Hence, my ugly mug is on camera. It's Fishing Frustration. How you doing? gave me the heebie-jeebies yesterday. I had a panic on. Am I even on Snapchat? Everybody's been asking after your cars. You've been really missed. Oh God, no. Alden. Ugh. What a scene of destruction. He's eating wood. She's eating, I don't know. Jack's been eating what was a doll. Never stops. Oh, I'll take you around and I will show you what Willow did yesterday. Ruth, the Queen of Bees. Do you know what, ladies? I avoid cameras at all costs. I don't even look at mirrors. They're just not my thing at all. I've been like it since I was a kid. Hang on, wait, I'll turn you around. So about 20 minutes after the live, I noticed this mound. Well, that wasn't there before. And has she been back in today? Hang on, I'll part it. She's dug right through in there. I mean, right back. It is about 6 foot back that she's dug out. No idea why. But to dig it, she was laid in it. Get to know everybody in chat has got fabulous channels, fabulous people. Hang on. I had thought she was going to eat my strawberry patch up, but no, she's not. Look at him. Sam's been in the compost bags. Oh, she's got a bone. She's doing a dog thing. This was a little ballerina at the start of the live. Is there any more left? That was a doll. Ballerina doll. It's going to take me ages to clean up all the damage from this lot before I cut it. Ruth, it's about 6 foot down. Well, 6 foot into the bank that she's dug. No idea what she was chasing. Yeah, they've definitely got chicks in the nest box over there. Car's got hospital. I got MRI in 10 days. Been at them this morning. If you don't know Steph, go see Steph. Steph's lush. Everyone's lush. I've got a feeling I might get wet. I can hear those pigeons back over there. I can't see the carrions. Wanda, thank you so much for the neck for being here. You're an absolute stuff. You don't know Wanda? Beautiful videos, and she does lives, and she's just great. No, it's a fluff out of destroyed toys. We have the bowels of Peppa Pig, George Pig, a ballerina, and some dog toys. That puppy is a chewing machine. I'm not letting them hatch any, Ralph. I've got enough. But one of those Buff Orpingtons, she went broody after a week of laying. So I've got enough hens. So I'm not letting them sit this year, I don't think. And I've got more eggs than I can use. So I've been giving them away. Yes, I've got a blower, and it blows at like 200 miles an hour. So 200 kilometres an hour, something daft like that. So that'll do it nicely. Wanda, thank you so much. Thank you, Wanda. Do you know what? Labradors are bad for chewing. But her, she's off the scale. She's worse than the two boys were put together. And she started them chewing again. The pair of them have regressed back to idiot. Yeah. Do you know what? You could put an honesty box down the bottom of the road, Ralph. Oh, Shrimp, how you doing? editing on it past her. Thank you, Wanda. Thank you very much. This is not half of it, Steph. It's just here because I come up here to do lives. If I'm down next to the house, the phone argues between data and the Wi-Fi, and it just drives me mad. I hate it when I drop signal. So up here is kind of a safe zone. I'm trying to get brave shrimp. I am trying. Ruth, that beadwork you did last night looked brilliant. Marty, how you doing? Hang on, drop you a wrench. Thanks for coming in, Marty. No, my daughter named her. She's actually meant to be my adult daughter's dog. She still lives at home, but we all knew she would be my dog. So, Liz, how you doing, Liz? Elizabeth is a very dear friend of mine, Trisha G. Trisha G, do you know what? I was talking about you the other day. There's those carrions. Get out of my garden. I'm gonna have to go and chase them. Tennessee Whiskey. You've bumped that song up to one of my favourite tunes ever. That song got stuck in my head for days, and every time I hear it, I love it. Excellent, Liz. Liz hasn't been too well either. She's going through a crappy health time as well. Yeah. Oh, obviously, Trisha, I've got my daughter, the older daughter, playing it. He's a hell of a singer in that song. If you haven't heard Tennessee Whiskey, people, get out your horrible crows. If you haven't heard it, go look it up, Chris Stapleton. Go on, out, there we go. Where's the other one? Pigeon nest, right there. They're not having them. Right, that's my deed done. So yeah, the lovely Trisha G, one of the funniest women on YouTube. Love her. They've got my adult son and my adult daughter have got my playlist that involves Foo Fighters, Guns N' Roses, Queen, Queens of the Stone Age, Korn, Slipknot, Duality. They sing at the top of their voices in the car. We'll have carpool karaoke. Jacka, how are you doing? Marty, thank you so much for coming in. Anyone, if you don't know Marty, go over, check him out. Nice one, Jacka. Jelly roll? No, I haven't. I'll have to look that up. I shall look it up. I'm interested now. Look at the destruction. Liz. Kirsty is the Fabulosa Queen. It's a cleaning range. I mean, Kirsty, have you got just pretty much every single one? It's turned into a collection, hasn't it, Kirsty? Kirsty, the Fabulosa furniture polish is lush. I like it. Really nice, smells lovely. Ooh. Tasha, I can't think I've heard of Jelly Roll, you know. I'll have to look it up. Get to know, can you do me a favour? Can you put me a link to one of the songs, or Tasha, can you? To one of the songs in a comment box so I don't forget, because my attention is awful. That sounds about right, Kirsty. Darren, how you doing? I'm chasing crows off some of my pigeons. This storm looks like it's going to pass me by, you know, it's swinging around. I was watching Storm Chase, it was yesterday or the day before, talking to Mags. And people were saying that there were baseball-sized hailstones coming down. How do people not get killed? I had to go and look it up. And there's only been 3 deaths in the US since records began from hail. But if the hailstones are that big, that is going to do serious damage to you. Okay, cool, PA. Thanks for being here all together. Oh, thank you, Tasha. I can see I'm going to have a new addiction. Yeah, Trisha, how does that work? I mean, does everyone walk around with hard hats on? Bad idea, love. How you doing? Jack, don't you dare. I see you pulling off the Teddy's tail, naughty boy. Frank, how you doing? Leave it. On Sunday evening UK time, Frank does a review of the YouTube week. Pack it in. I'm going to have to listen to that after we go. Gulf Coast Granny, the storms that were coming through, where was it yesterday? I know Chicago's had a rough time. Was it Chicago yesterday? Might have been. 80 odd mile an hour winds from a thunderstorm. It's nuts. We don't have storms like that. I mean, obviously, one of your states is pretty much the size of our country. But wow. Golf ball. Oh my God, I bet he did. Scuffed Frank in chat, Liz. He's just below your last comment. It falls slow because it doesn't look like it. Well, like a snowball, jeez. Was it Vince? I was watching Vince's and he had a tornado right next to his car 4 days ago now. Wow, the footage he got that so close up must be absolutely terrifying. I mean, we get them, but not anything like that. Rare, very, very, very rare in the UK. Nessie, how you doing, chick? T-Birds, how you doing? T-Birds, it's nuts. Oh, cool, Kirsty. That's going to be an interesting one, Darren. Thank you, get to know. I think I'm going to have a new musical addiction. But yeah, Tennessee whiskey, it reminds me of Trisha. Love that woman. Wow. That's good. I'll be there for the crack. So, yeah, Cass, lovely to see you back, chick. It's lovely. Silver, how are you doing? She's running around that with it in her face, she can't see. I was watching Wad Chase yesterday and he was driving, it must have been about 70 miles an hour in the rain bands. It looked like a rap tornado and how he's not crashed, I have no idea, or been hit by a storm. I bet it can, T-Bird. See you soon, Kaz. Lovely to see you. There are those thunderstorms. Running around with a face inside it. She's just T-Bone Jack. Oh, son, did you get a fright? Get off that teddy. It's not yours. Jack, get down. Jack used to do that. Sam used to do that with a frisbee, like a solid frisbee. I right. Just put the odd one, but you don't need to put links in chat because everyone just checks each other out. It kind of clogs up the chat. Everyone will come and be nosy. It's good to be nosy in chats. He's nicked it, look. Yeah, Sam used to have like the solid frisbees when he was about her age. And he would carry them by the lip part. And he ran full pelt into a pine tree. I'm surprised he didn't snap his neck. But he learnt after that. It's just some people come in and they spam the chat up. I know there's a Lang Yoga, how you doing? The lovely Goga, the bendiest man on YouTube. I know there's a language barrier with some, leave that alone. And they don't necessarily understand English enough. But yeah, everyone checks this. Bonjour Mundo, how you doing? EL3, good to see you. But please don't clog up the chat with links for me. There you go, if you type drop, your link will come down in chat. Good, Gismondo is another good friend of mine, lovely guy. Bong, they're being naughty. Very naughty. Upstate New York gets them. Yeah, and do you know what, Tasha? Because of the jet stream, we end up getting the tail ends of your tornadoes. They don't hit us anywhere near as hard. Johnny, how you doing, Johnny? Collar's doing my head in. And the UK gets your tail ends, and they're bad enough. But our sea's cooler, so the storms don't have as much energy when they hit us. I think we've had like 100-mile-an-hour winds on a couple of bad ones, but nothing anywhere near hurricane force. Well, they are classed as hurricanes, some of them, but majority are just kind of crappy storms. Oh, my hand's in the way, naughty hand. The leaf just flown right into us. The wind's getting up. Jack is just stood next to me wanting that doll, and he's not having it, Matt Teddy. And Willow is chewing away. Willow, what you doing? Jack, you're not having it? No. EL3, if you type drop in chat, your link comes into the chat. Oh, definitely not T-Bird. Old and haggard. That's going to be a fun live, so make sure you got the bell rang for Darren. It's going to be fun. Kirsty, see you later. Oh God, no. Age relevant. Watching these dogs. That sun's bright. Yes, lots of coffee, Jesmundo. I haven't had enough coffee today yet. Right, hang on, turning you because that's right in my eyes. Can't see. Oh, there you go. See, he wants a teddy behind my back. How's you, Gavin? Oh, Sam, what time are you thinking of going live, Darren? Should be fun. Yes, Gareth is. Oh, nice one. Do you know what, Ralph? That wind's cold today. These clouds are coming your way, but they don't look like they're going to do anything. Gulf Coast Granny, thank you so much for being here. If you don't know Gulf Coast Granny, go over. Do you know what? It takes us longer and longer and longer to get going. It's kind of coming across for me. It's coming. I'm crap at directions. Right. That's east. It's coming. I want to say northwest. It's coming from Scotland. And it's taking a turn on me. And it's all coming to you. Ralph's around about 25 minutes up the road from me, maybe a little bit longer. And the Liz, right back at you. Right back at you. And Silver is up northern Scotland, near the coast, so he gets a lot of fog. 5 a.m. Hold on, hang on. I missed that, 2 secs. Oh my, right. I won't be there at 5 a.m. But I will be eventually when I wake up. Beth, how's your hair? You'll just send us a picture. That is gotta get messy. How many crates are you taking with you? Okay, cool, Gavin. Beth, are you getting used to your foot? Is the pain starting to ease off a bit? Beth just had surgery on her foot last week. And she's not allowed to weight. Are you allowed to weight bear on it? With that moon sandal thing on. Alec, good afternoon, Alec. How are you? Alec is in Kenya. Oh, I love her footage. Lovely, lovely lady. I was watching a video out with the daughter earlier on, going to get some water in. A lot of respect for Alec. Oh, that's not so bad then if you're allowed with the crutches. Oh, amaretto. I do like amaretto, but it's bad when you're on a mission because it's all you can taste. Cider's dirty, dirty, dirty stuff. I sickened myself. There used to be it was meant to be a music festival 2 weeks every year in a place called Rothbury in the hills of Northumberland, middle of nowhere, this little historic town. And it was a few bands, but it was mainly just one massive pub crawl bender for a full weekend. And the second year I went, no, Gareth, no, it's dirty. Second year I went, no, must have been first year. It was just before my 18th birthday. And on the very first night, I sickened myself on cider. And do you know what? Yeah. Did you ever go to Rothbury music festivals? Roy, thank you so much. Thank you, Roy. It is very, very appreciated. Moonshine, ooh. Yeah, so I sickened myself on cider at 17 and I've never been able to drink it since. My stomach just says no, can't do it. Well, that's a lie. I did quite like the... Nice one, Roy. Thank you. Zaxon. How you doing, Zaxon? Snake bites, which is lager, so beer mixed with cider, half and half. And that is a bit like rocket fuel. But Nessie, no, not scrumpy, nothing. Is snake twist, and that's a snake bite, so beer and cider with a shot of vodka in. Oh my God, blows your head off. 2 of those, and I was like a buckled wheel. Tasha, I really sick of myself with it as a kid, which wasn't a bad thing, and still to this day, I can't even stand the smell. Oh, Cranston's. Yeah, what's it like? Do you know what I've always wanted to try, even though I don't drink anymore? I've always, Fishing Frustration, thank you so much for being here. Ooh, a long fishing trip, that sounds fun. Poachine, Irish moon sunshine. I have always wanted to try poachine. Now, an Irish friend had come home, and the pub I was working at, I wasn't in that shift that night. So a bottle of poachine got brought out, and everyone had a shot glass. Get to know, I most definitely will. Thank you so much for being here. Glad for you to be part of the family. It's a bit nutty, but hey. But yeah, everyone got a shot glass of poachine, and apparently they're all on the floor. And I just want to know if it's as lethal as I've heard it is. Inquiring minds want to know. Ooh, mixed with JD, it'll be nice. But yeah, so there's an Irish guy who lives here. And when he goes home to his family, he keeps saying he'll bring us a bottle back, because for all it's illegal, the little local pubs on a Monday night will have poachine sat on every table for the locals. Sam, leave that alone. And he keeps forgetting. Oh, lovely, Darren. Do you know, that'll be a bit like Dr. Pepper, is it not? Do love almond. I used to love Southern Comfort as well. Love Southern Comfort, just straight. Ooh, dig a T-bird. T-bird, do you know what my granddad used to do? He used to use parsnips and make parsnip champagne. Fantastic. And my dad, yay, those birds are feeding chicks, I'm just watching them. Used to, it's probably late now. Oh no, it might not be. Birch sap wine. Tap in birch and using the sap, and it makes the most beautiful wine. Liz, that's what I've heard. But because I've heard it, because I'm nosy, I have to try it just to see. Oh, nice one, Gavin. But it's one of those things, but I don't drink anymore, so, but I've wanted to try it for years. Do you know what? With pie, ooh, what kind of pie? Have you got cheese pie again? Johnny, thank you so much for being in. Pam, good morning. Pam, I thought I'd given you a wrench. Hang on, I'll give you another one. Sorry, Pam. How you doing? Pam is another crafter and a very talented lady. Check her out. So Darren's is going to be interesting. Great Lakes, how you doing? Good to see you. That wind's cold. My coffee's about cold as well. Where's Scott? Sorry, I wasn't on live chat, so I missed a load. If I missed something, I'm not being ignorant. Just shout at me. A hen's laid an egg. Get to know, lovely to see you, and I will watch your live back this afternoon when I'm done. Putting you off your Barbie? Why have I put you off your Barbie? I will look. See all this, Ralph? It's coming. what did I say, northwest, from the northwest. It's coming from Scotland and it's slipping around. And that is coming your way, but it's kind of standing still at the same time. Never is. Hang on, buddy, I shall show you. Having a look at it, it's about 6 foot deep. She's on her way to daisies. Okay, good to know. So I noticed this pile yesterday. She come to the house, buddy, with a brown nose, and that's when I knew little madam had been digging. See, she's going back for more. I don't know what she thinks she can hear, but mate, we'll hold it back like a curtain, this cotton Easter, and all the way back there. It's about 6 foot deep into the bank. She's gone. No idea what she's digging or what she's chasing, but she was laid in the soil pile on her side digging. Ooh, that's pretty. Hang on. Ralph, what's that? It's sky blue. Really pretty. Possibly, yes, and a tent. That's sky blue on the dry. Oh, nice one, Jamie. Possibly a sou'wester. Do you know what? Jamie, was it you said that? Someone said that she could come and help you, Gareth. Turning this bit into a bit of a wild garden as well. It's a useful, useless area between, I've got that ground cover plant that I put in. I don't know whether to extend that border or just wildflower it. There's loads of foxgloves. I've got a butterfly bush that's volunteered. I didn't plant it there. So, Daisy, it was 20 minutes after the live I found that. Daughter's friend, it was her birthday yesterday, and little one, Mum had the day out the day before, gone picking her things as presents. Pam, lovely to see you, chick. Thank you very much for coming in. If you don't know Pam, go click on her. Daisy, Vladimir, how you doing? Daisy, Ruth, Cass, when you're in. Kaz, you there? Hello. Lovely, lovely lady. You're like Pam. She's lush, very talented crafter. Willow's away chasing birds. I wonder if I can train her to chase carrion crows. Unfortunately, she can't fly. Don't know what she thinks she's doing, chasing them in the air. Ruth, the Queen of Beads. Yeah, she's brilliant, Cass. She'll panel on Stacey Mays, doing some of her crafting as well. You see, right, is skunk like rotten egg? Never smelt skunk, don't particularly want to, but is it akin to kind of rotten egg? That sounds awful. Do you know what? Nelly is beautiful. Oh, we should tell us when you're having a toilet break, Willow. Yeah. If Vladimir, if you want your link drop, just type drop in chat. She might be sitting, Ralph. The animal. Do you know what, T-Bird? There's a pet shop in the local city city. Well, it's barely a city, it's tiny. And they sell birds, fish. They used to do kittens and dogs, but they don't anymore. Lots of parrots and whatnot, snakes, spiders, tortoises. And there was a big crowd around the desk. And I was like, oh, and they've got a kitten, because I had a cat box. I thought they must have brought some kittens in. Everyone's seeing the kittens. Alexander, how are you doing? Good to see you. There, you've got a reg. Feel free to check everybody else out and they'll come see you. So I went being nosy. I went and had, they can use the drop, but it's just when people keep putting link after link after link after link here. They don't mind one or two, but when they go mad, just boot it, just delete it, and I'll give out warnings. So I went and had a look at the desk in the pet shop, and it wasn't a kitten, it was a pet skunk. You can have pet skunks in the UK. Yeah, type drop and your link will come down. I didn't know you could have skunks as pets in the UK. No, that's cool. Hi Mary, thanks for coming in. Nice to meet you, Dan. There's a lot of good people in this chat. Get to know everybody. They're good fun. And yes, there was a skunk on the counter, a pet skunk. I think they must have had its glands done. But do you know what it had? There was beautiful, like cat-like face, and its fur was ridiculously soft and smooth. I didn't expect it to have such soft fur. But yeah, you can have a pet skunk in the UK. Oh, cool, Dan. Brilliant. I don't know if I'm sub to you. I'll come over after live. If you leave me a comment under a video, Dan, I'll come over to yours. I've got a memory of a goldfish, so I forget. I'm terrible. Shandy, they're really pretty. Little face like a cat. Obviously longer hair, but really, really smooth fur. I used to follow a woman. Was it on TikTok or was it YouTube? She might have done both. And she found a baby squirrel. Yeah, I mean, Dad, what you could do is just record the screen, set a camera up in front of a TV screen and upload that. That's a way to get around it if you can't download it any other way, because I'm not technically minded. Oh, Steph, my memory's awful. Yeah, and she rescued a squirrel. Tiny little thing, not very old at all. How you doing, Northern Sounds? And the squirrel, she started letting it outside and it was coming back. And then it started coming, reappeared with a baby. So she had two squirrels. But it was so sweet, the relationship they had. Lovely. Oh. Yeah, brilliant, buddy. See, I love stuff like that. Love it. I took in a sparrow chick. It had fallen out the nest. Nowhere near fledging. It barely had any feathers. It was maybe 2 weeks old. And yeah, I had that. Reared it, let it go. Love stuff like that. And then I had the three-legged frog. I had a big plastic storage box, so put a big sod of grass in there, cut out a hole, gave it a little pond and big pieces of bark to give it shade, and I was out collecting bugs for it morning and night and just chucking them in for it to find. I mean, it was only a froglet, it was like that big. It was missing a back leg and it hadn't been attacked it was born that way. And surprisingly, it could hop in a straight line because it was its back leg that was missing. I've got a video on it. I've got a couple of videos on the channel. Let it get a bit bigger and I released it. And maybe a couple of months later, on one of the banks on the drive, I had the grass shears, the lawn shears, and I opened up the blades and something moved in the grass and I looked down and it was my three-legged frog. I nearly cut it in two, but it was like that long and round. It was a big, fat, juicy toad. And it was doing brilliant. So that was my good deed for that year. Chris, how you doing? Thank you, Chris. Behind the telly. I love baby hedgehogs. Mary, thank you very much. Yeah, I was amazed it could hop in a straight line because you'd think it would be hanging to one side, just having one back leg, but no, it was superhuman. Darren, thank you so much for coming in, you're a star. If you haven't seen T-Bird's Nelly, go over and check. T-Bird's Lush. Looking forward to this live, Darren. Steve's Place, how you doing? See, if it's not digging, it's chewing. Little madam. Oh, if you're super gentle, you can pick them up, but you're more than likely going to get spiked. The wind's getting up, Ralph. I don't know if you'll be able to see how it's swinging around. It's coming from that way and it's coming back. And it's all piling up in the valley where you are. Well, the next valley over. Oh, brilliant idea, Jamie. Yeah, send them on. Ugly Dog Laws, he paints his up. And they're works of art. He is so good at what he does. Jamie, are you sub to Ugly Dog Laws? If anyone is, put him in. Fabulous work, he's really good. Goga, what shapes have you bended yourself into today? Steve, get in. Good on you. That's what we like to see. Oh, Alicia's chewing, she's not digging. Oh. I was wondering if there was a blackbird nesting up there, but I don't think so. You rock, T-Bird. T-Bird's another long-term friend of mine. So I've known T-Bird at least a couple of years now. Lovely people. And Jamie, have you got Joy? Christine, how you doing? Liz, lovely to see you. And I'm glad you're starting to feel the difference with those meds. Relieved that you're feeling better on those meds. Jamie, if you got, you know, Scott Swift, his other half, Joy, that comes in, Joy Stewart. She's got a couple of shots up with the puppy. You could put him in if you're there. Liz, I have known for years and years and years. Lush lady, really lovely soul. It's going to get up, Ralph, because hang on, I'll just show you that one. It's coming your way. Steph, lovely to see you. Thanks for coming. If you don't know Steph, go and click that bell. Watch for going live. Ruby, how you doing? Nice one. Have you got Joy's as well, Jamie? Joyce Stewart. I think there's only one Joyce Stewart on here. Yeah, it'll get those coals burning. It's looking a bit iffy. It's still swinging around. Oh, I know, buddy, brilliant. Buddy, do you know Rustic? Rustic Outdoors? You like Rustic as well? Thanks, EL3. EL3, if you want your link in, just type drop. What is Jack chewing? Is he chewing a stick? He never chewed. He's copying her. What are you crying for, son? Yeah. You'll like Fishing Frustrations and Rustic, all the fishing crew. Fabulous people. Ugly Dog. The whole crew. Right, hang on. How you doing, Christy? Right, time to be brave. Ready? 1, 2, 3. Can't hold a phone far enough away. I need a new phone stand so I can hide. See, it doesn't look as bad when you're further away. Got a pheasant up the top. Sam is a typical hunting dog. He's from working dog strain, so he loves pheasants. He's always chasing them out in the garden. Oh God, no. Cast me out. Oh, hang on. I'll show you when I'm in the house. I've got blue streaks from towing in it. And it's still falling out. Cool, Dan. Fantastic. Check Dan out. I will be after the live, but Dan, leave us a comment under a video so I can find you, because like I said, I'm terrible. In one ear and out the other. Terrible memory. I've got a shot to put up of Cheap Cheap sat on my knee. Yeah. Kat, stick your cat channel in as well. Kat's got a second channel dedicated to her cats. She does lives on the channel that you've got here, as well as crafting and nail art. Some disability. What did she do? Oh, she got about disability exercises as well. Dan, yeah, they are. Sam, my old boy. Oh, let's get you. Sam is 7. He's not long since turned 7, and he went grey on his chin when he was 3. And I hate that. Hate that. She is, did I say 7 months old or is she 8 months old? Jack over there, he earns his keep. He's a stud dog. He's just turned 5. All Labradors. All working stock. Can you hear me is the question. Ron, how you doing? If you hear me, let me know. Because I'll probably get kicked if I try and restart it. Yes, happy days. Free ride. Cheap Cheap is the name that he kind of got as a chick. The story of Cheap Cheap is his dad was my feather baby. If you know Fishing Frustrations, if I get a call, it quite often knocks the sound off. Right, hang on, I'll turn you around. Cheap Cheap's dad was called George, and he was a Buff Orpington. He was the only one out of the set of eggs to hatch, but he hatched paralysed, apart from like one wing, basically. Oh, Ralph, look. It's all coming. And I fixed him with human vitamins. It was a vitamin deficiency either in the hen or in the egg. He was my little buddy. He was really imprinted on me. From fixing him a few hours old, he instantly knew his name was George, followed me everywhere, adored him. And just after his first birthday, I went up to the pen. I thought, that's odd, he's sunbathing in an unusual place. And he just dropped dead, basically. Spoke to the vet, and they said that he'll have had internal issues because of the Rhineck. It's called Rhineck. Basically his heart's just stopped. So I was distraught. I cried for 3 days over that chicken. The eggs that he could have covered, because he was the main cockerel in that pen, I stuck in the hatcher. Now, the first 4 or 5, they stopped developing at about 6 days old. So I stuck the very last egg in that he could have possibly been father to. And that's how we got Cheep Cheep. Cheep Cheep kind of stuck from when he was a chick. And because he answers to it, the name kind of just stayed. So yeah, he's my feather baby. Cass, that chicken made me scream this morning. I'm not a screamer. That sounds wrong. Daniel, how you doing? Thanks for coming in. Sat on the step, minding my own business with a cuppa, and I didn't see him. He comes barreling down the steps, running straight at us. I crapped myself. And then I had him sat on my knee for like 20 minutes. He spent a lot of time as a chick just sat on my shoulder as I did my stuff, including out in the car. Silver, it's weird how much he's like George. He's a cross, so he's half Buff Orpington, half Colombian Blacktail. So there's like a quarter of Rhode Island Red in him. Yeah, he does. I'm going to put a couple of videos up, one of them this morning, little git. I'll cut more videos. He talks back, we'll have full-on conversations, and he makes more sense than a lot of humans do. But he coos at me, he answers me, we talk. It's just one of those things. When he hatched, the double of his dad sounded like him. He had the same sheep, he looked like him. It was like reincarnation of his dad. And to be fair, he has his dad's personality traits to a point, although he's a bit nuttier than his dad. His dad would stalk people from behind. If someone he didn't know was here, he would hide and he would go chase them from behind. He would sneak up from behind, give them a peck on the leg and run away again. So funny. He used to set people up all the time. Yes, once in the house, Ham is addicted to ham. No English. Ralph in chat has got a lot of chickens as well, and ducks. But yeah, Cheep Cheep is odd at best. Buddy, lovely to see you. Thank you for coming in. Have a fabulous day. Wolf, how you doing? She's still chewing that, but maybe she's still got teeth. Dan, thank you so much for being here. Nice to meet you. And leave me a comment and I'll come over to yours. And just remember, I've got a crap memory, so thank you. Lovely to meet you. Feel free to come again. I'm live this time, Monday to Friday. Lunka Larry, how are you doing? CNC, I was talking about you earlier. Can you stick your breakfast casserole in chat? Yes, he loves his bucket. That's another thing about Cheep Cheep. Decided to give him a couple of hens, and they're Buff Orpingtons. He looks like a Buff Orpington, but he's just dark red. And he wasn't happy. One of the hens went near his bucket of love, and he lost his mind. So I took the bucket out. Well, Toz, how you doing? I took the bucket out, left the hens in, and he just went mental. It would have been a bloodbath. So the hens left, and the bucket went back, unfortunately. I was walking him, because I take him for a walk if he gets out, back up to, yes, I do call it something else, beginning with F, an F bucket. Anyone walks up to his pen that doesn't know, he gets excited and he starts showing his bucket some love, if you catch my drift. But yeah, I was walking him home to his pen, and a big plant pot. He decided that that was a new love interest, and he made friends with the plant pot. He was giving it a dance. He jumped it. Yes, you can't. And he loves a red bucket. Silver's seen him and his bucket of love, shall we say. I've got high hopes that he's gonna take to one of the hens. She suddenly escaped. Hang on, I'll turn you around on the dogs. She suddenly escaped, and I didn't know she was out. I don't know how she got out. I'd taken him home, put him in his pen, gave the big pen some scraps. Walking away, I turned and there was a hen in there. And you think, oh my God, no. He didn't do anything. He was stood protecting his love bucket. He was stood on the bucket giving her the one eye glare, but he didn't lose his mind at her. It's like, right. So I thought that was my daffodil. I was going to shout at her. It's not, it's a snake toy. Oh yes. And I left her in, and I kept going and checking on them, and he was tolerating her. But because he opens his gate, she just walked out again, so I'm back in the main pen. But I'm going to keep introducing those two, and he might take a lady instead of a bucket. That was a snake toy that Jack unravelled yesterday. Leave it. It's like a shambhala, not a bracelet, but a dog toy. Oi, you. And Jack was on pack it in. Sit down. There, he was undoing it, nibbling it, getting it straight. So she's going to waggle that in his face. Oh yes, it's definitely sprung at Ralph's. Ralph's live about what? 5 o'clock UK time, isn't it? Ish. Dan, good afternoon. How are you doing? Dan, Willow's been naughty. She's digging down a daisy. She's dug a hole about 6 foot deep. She's just an expert. But yeah, Gareth, if you want to borrow her, you won't have to dig for like 5 hours. She'll just do it in minutes. If you don't know Larry, go over, check him out. If you want your link to go and chat, just press type, even drop. Fishing frustration. So where's your trip, your long fishing trip going to be to? Yeah, so if you click the bell for Ralph, he's live round about 5-ish, sometimes earlier UK time. With the chucks and the ducks. T-Bird, thank you so much for coming in. And check out T-Bird's dog Nelly, I love her, she's stunning. Oh cool. Fishing frustrations. When I was a kid, I lived Barton upon Humberside of the Humber, on the way to Brig, a little place called Elsham, near there, next to a golf course. My dad, we lived there until what? It's about 8, 9. My dad had heard stories on the golf course there of a guinea pig being dumped. It's play fight time, is it? She's going to tease him. So he tried to catch it. I don't know how he caught it, but by the time he found it and caught it, all its hair had dropped out, it had gone bald. So there, back. Sat on the wall and the signal just totally dropped, so I've had to go for a little walk, trying to find signal. Keok, how you doing? Thanks for coming in. Happy days. I just sat by the old business and I think it's a cloud. The signal just died off. How you doing, Keok? See, she thinks she's found another mouse. Little Madam will be digging away in there next. She's terrible for it. Very single-minded like Sam. Once he gets something into his head, that's it. Free ride, Ron. Rotty pup's destructive. Free ride's got a couple of Rottweilers. They're beautiful, beautiful dogs. So how old do you see? Those are 4, or 3 or 4. Just wondered if they're destructive as well. Oh, the bald guinea pig, yes. Dad captured it, got the bald guinea pig, and it grew its hair back. We had it for about a year and a half before it passed away. But it was a really long-haired one, white, brown and grey. I think like a reddy brown. Oh, you got 3? I thought you had 2. I don't know how he caught it on the golf course, but by the time he got it, poor thing, it was all bald. So, it's another early memory. Look at it. Don't you get much? You can dig in there, because you'll sow some seeds for me. After the live, when I go in, I'll come back, and she'll have dug right out in there. Little Madam. Now Jack's on the bone. Surprised there's any taste left in that bone because I boiled it for bone broth. Do you know what, Gareth? How long ago? My friend, he's got a American Bully Cross Rottie, and she came from Wales. She's not very big, mind. She's the red of the Rottie, but bully kind of shape. She's got a Rottie shaped head, but it's a little bit lighter than Jack is. Lovely dog, but people are scared of her because of what she looks like. She's chasing a robin. She just puts the birds up for bad. She gets all excited when she makes one fly up. Yeah, I just keep recording them, Ralph. I think I've actually got her on a couple of videos when she's come up to play with the dogs. She's a gorgeous dog. Yeah, a bloke we used to know, his van, the open back ones, he had a Rottie and he was enormous. What was he called? Stan, was it Stan? I think. And the whole town knew him. His owner would go to the pub and he would sit in the back of his pickup and just meeting everybody. He was lovely, but he was enormous. Very, very, very big Rottie. It's the Eastern European Rotties that are the giants, isn't it? I know if you've got Rotties, no one's going to really try and get in your house, are they? I mean, Jack, well, Sam's got a bark like the Hound of the Baskervilles. He's got a really loud, deep bark on him. But Jack, he puts his hackles up and he can bog brush his tail like a cat from the back of his head. Oh, bless him. I'll send you some photos of Stella. It's funny that she was from Wales as well. He can put his hackles up, but they go from the back of his neck to the tip of his tail and the bark on him. And I had a new postie, and he refused to get out of the van. The dogs were in the garden at the side gate, just barking away, and the postie point blank refused to get out of his van. Now, if he'd come at the door and met the dogs, they'd just lick him to death, but people don't know that. So with him putting his hackles up like that, going nuts, barking the way he does, it scares people. Adobe. See, my boy wanted a Doberman. I'm not sure about Doberman. I don't like Alsatians. I have a fear of Alsatians. My auntie and uncle had multiple Alsatians. Like all. The Bud Files, how are you doing, Sue? They were knowledgeable owners that had loads of them before, and the last pair they had at 6-year-old just suddenly turned. And just no reason, they just turned. So there's a couple here. Shift Kicker, how you doing? Bing bongy bong. And just like that. Yeah, so I'm not quite sure about Derbies. I'm not sure at all. But yeah, Alsatians and sheepdogs. I've been bitten by one. I know it was doing its job, but yeah, I'm a bit iffy with them. And that retired police Alsatian my dad had put the fear of living God into us. He was terrifying, that dog. I think he was called Teak. Ooh, I remembered his name, Teak. He was dark as night, short-haired, and just a very, 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 very well-trained police dog. He was a one-man dog, and he had a bit of a psycho gene to him. He wanted to maul anyone that went near him. I got bitten by a collie, farm collie. I was on the quad bikes. I've been feeding Cass is dancing. Feeding the pheasants out in the woods for my dad. On the quad bike on the way home, and there's like a single track tarmac road through the estate, and the farmer was moving sheep, so I stopped the quad just to let him come through, and the collies wrangle the sheep by biting their fur, pulling them, bit my leg. That was not pleasant at all. It's the infection's gone, so it's not pain as such. I can't open my mouth wide and I can't chew properly. It hurts because it's around the hinge joint of my jaw on that side. But it's just that the gland's suddenly gone dead. The side of my face is swollen up and I've got the lump at the end of a tube from it as well, which is worrying me. But I've got a scan on the 10 days from now. I've made a phone call this morning, got to speak to someone. Do you know what, Ralph? The pheasants will be getting their territory, and they're so funny. Cock pheasants think they're 10 men when they've picked a spot. Have no fear, Dr. Freeride is here. Oh, hey. If you don't know the Bud Files, yep, there's that cock pheasant. He's been there 2 days, so it sounds like he's looking for a hen. Could possibly have some pheasant chicks. Hope we do. They're funny. Oh, hey. Right, Willow's gone quiet. Where is she? Willow! Where is she? Is she in that hole? See, Ralph, it's all banking up. It's starting to look a bit wet your direction. Is she in it? No, she's under my feet. Well, the way they were saying it, roast on my leg. I was going to get a phone call in like days. I wouldn't get a letter, I'd just get a phone call to go in. And that scare me as well. Liam, how you doing? I don't know what the temp is. It's not too cold. The wind's cold. Yeah, so I presumed it would be like days, which put the craps up me as well. That put the wind up us. I rang this morning and the lovely lady on the phone had a look to see if she could book me in on the phone, and she did. So, and then it's to see if who gets the results. I don't know. A puma? Never. Oh, right, guys, you have to fill us in with that. She thinks there's a mouse. But don't you dig up my lavender, you little madam. Get out of it. Out. She thinks there's a mouse. If she's discovered the mouse scent, she thinks there's a mouse in it. You dig up my lavender, we're going to fall out. There was all right, Kirsty, a big cat, several sightings and footprints. Place called Wigton. Sorry, it was a pigeon. That's coming for some food. Sightings at a place called Wigton, which is close to Carlisle. Tigers never. Penguins. Do you know what? I was at a zoo and there was an ostrich. No, it wasn't. Was it ostrich or emu? Can't remember. The egg had rolled out the side of the field they were in, and I had an ostrich egg at my feet. I was so tempted to try and hatch it, but I didn't. Did he? I don't think I've seen that, you know. Let's have a look. She's looking for trouble. Bit of grass down her throat. Have you not got to have a licence and do jump through hoops? It's not going to be all pleasant to have a neighbour that's got a tiger. You must have to have a big garden as well. All big cats. She does, she thinks there's a mouse in there. It's like that skunk. I didn't know you could have skunks as pet. The bonny little things. You know what? I would have one. As long as it couldn't do stinky things. Willow, me and you are going to fall out. Get out that lavender. Out. She's already flattened it down, lying in it. All day, she's going to decide that there's a mouse in there. And she's going to be at it. In fact, I'll tell you what. Let's move this. There you go. What's in there? What's in there? Oh, she's found a mouse hole. She's not wrong. That, believe it or not, was shot with softball. Those paintballing things, I think. They hurt a lot. Softball isn't softball, it wrecks. Carl, good afternoon, how you doing? Hi, Kirsty. What about B&M, or do you not go there anymore? She's going to dig this border up, you know. She's looking for mice. Oh, cool, Jamie. Jamie, have you posted it? Buddy is a lovely, lovely, lovely guy. He deserves his channel going places. Just a lovely guy. It's refreshing. Very refreshing. Buddy, if you're in your rock, and thank you for what you've sent. Buddy, I'll send you photographs actually. I'll send you photographs of it in situ. Beth, exactly. Have they got your hair done yet, Beth? Or are you still sat with foils in your hair? I'll need to get a bale of straw for the chickens. Get out my lavender. There's mice live in this border and she's going nuts looking for them. Willow. Oh, I got a bump shot. Nana naps. Now you can officially call them nana naps. Oh, none of my animals are picky. Willow broke into the chicken pen again last night to nick the corn. She has a corn addiction. Little madam. No, it's not actually that bad here, because it's just that wind. And that storm that's all banking up for Ralph. I've got some low-level angry cloud coming in. Barbecue's gonna be swimming. It's starting to rain here as well. I feel spots coming down. Now sounds like Valentino. How are you doing? Haven't checked to see if the rabbits have been back on here. We'll have a look. Be careful next to this nest box because they've got chicks. Valentino, you okay? Baby rabbits eat everything. Yeah, it's been at that one more. Teeth marks. Ooh, heck, I nearly fell over. That was a bit close. Yeah, there's a cock pheasant in there. He's shouting for a hen. He's not far away either. They'll be safe if you get a hen in there. That's going to flower soon. Yellow magnolia. And there's my hills in the background. Can't see any gladioli as yet, but the rabbits have probably ate them. You know, a pair of blue tits love that nest box. They're blessed there every year. Willow, come on. Constantly looking for trouble, dog. I'll have a look, see if we've got any gold shoots on there yet. Yeah, well, I've got blow up ones, the side raisin ones. Wildflowers are coming up. These are like rhubarb, but they're not. And they get huge yellow flowers. Vintage Gems, how you doing? Vintage Jewels even, sorry. And the bumblebees get drunk on the nectar from the big yellow flowers that come from it. Yes, I've got all kinds. Fire pit is, I haven't got a fire pit. Actually, that's one thing I haven't got. Let's see if we've got any gold stones yet. Ooh, what's that? Very light blue. Sky blue. Ooh, what's that one? Ralph, what's that? I don't know what. Trying to get a good look at that one. sediment, it looks like. Right. The gold tree, where are thou? I have got loads of the sky blue one. Hang on. Another sky blue, little fossils in it. Yeah, Valentino, please just write drop in chat. Right, have we got any new growth yet? Not yet. Have you got new? This will all turn gold. It's like something's been out painting them in the dark. Just keep trying to slowly do it. Exercise it, Kirsty. Yeah, the new growth, it's all gold. You've got a little bit of gold on there, but it's like it's been painted with gold dust.